moment when power dynamics in women's basketball shift can change everything in an instant. That's exactly what has the WNBA world buzzing. Tensions between established coaching authority and rising superstar influencery, a boiling point that nobody saw. Cheryl Reeve, one of the most respected coaches in women's basketball history, finds herself at the center of a controversy that threatens to expose complex relationships between veteran leadership and the new generation of players who are retransforming the sport. But what could drive such a dramatic confrontation between a championship-winning coach and the league's biggest star? The implications of this power struggle extend far beyond individual personas to potentially reshape how WNBA manages its most high-profile events and navigates the delicate balance between player empowerment and coaching authority. The WNBA All-Star Game represents one of the league's most prestigious events, showcasing the best talent from across the league in a celebration of women's basketball. The event involves complex logistics, player selection processes, and coaching assignments that require coordination between league officials, team management, and player. Cheryl Reeve has established herself as one of the most successful coaches in WNBA history during her tenure with the Minnesota Lynx. Since taking over the team in 2010, she has led the Lynx to 4 NBA championships and has been recognized as WNBA Coach of the Year multiple times. Her success has made her one of the most respected voices in women's basketball. Reeve's coaching philosophy emphasizes system basketball defensive intensity and player development. She has been instrumental in developing numerous all-star players throughout her career and has earned recognition for her ability to maximize team performance through strategic coaching and player motivation. The relationship between coaches and star players in professional basketball involves complex dynamics that can affect team chemistry, organizational decision-making, and broader league. During all-star events, where multiple coaches and players from different teams must collaborate, questions arise about what circumstance might create tension between coaching authority and player influence, particularly when star players like Caitlin Clark possess significant love due to their impact on league popularity and commercial success. Caitlin Clark's 2024 rookie season has fundamentally transformed the unbalanced landscape, bringing unprecedented attendance and commercial success to women's professional basketball. Her influence extends beyond individual performance to include impact in league policies, event planning, and the broader cultural conversation about women's sports. Clark's statistical achievements during her rookie campaign include averaging 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game while leading the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance since 2016. Her performance earned her WNBA Rookie of the Year and demonstrated immediate impact at the professional level. That commercial success generated by Clark's presence has been historic, with television viewership for games featuring her regularly exceeding 1 million viewers and consistently selling out arenas that previously struggled with attendance. This commercial impact has given Clark significant influence within league decision-making processes. Her selection for the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game was automatic based on her performance and fan popularity. The event, featuring Clark, drew record television audiences and generated Preston media coverage for the WNBA All-Star festivities. The implication of Clark's influence on league events and decision-making processes could suggest that traditional power structures within women's basketball are evolving as player empowerment and commercial success create new dynamics between athletes and leadership. The All-Star Game coaching selection process traditionally involves league officials choosing experienced coaches who have demonstrated success at the highest levels of professional basketball. The selection process considers factors including coaching, record, player development, success, and ability to manage diverse groups of elite athletes. Coaching assignments for all-star events require different skills than regular season coaching, as coaches must quickly build chemistry among players from different teams, while creating entertaining basketball that showcases individual talents within a team. The responsibilities of all-star coaches extend beyond game strategy to include media obligations, player management during a celebratory event, and representing the league in high-profile situations that receive significant media coverage and public. Previous all-star coaches have typically been veteran leaders who command respect from players across the league and can effectively manage the personalities and egos that come with coaching collections of elite athletes from different team cultures. Sports analysts wonder whether the increasing influence of star players in league decision-making might affect how coaching assignments are made and whether player preferences could influence traditional selection processes for high-profile events. The concept of player empowerment in professional sports has evolved significantly in recent years, with elite athletes increasingly taking active roles in decisions that affect their careers and the organizations they represent. This trend has affected all major professional sports leagues. In the WNBA, player empowerment has been particularly important as the league has grown and star players have gained influence. through social media endorsement deals and their ability to generate media attention and commercial success for the league. The limited number of teams and roster spots in the WNBA creates unique dynamics where star players can have outsized influence on league policies and event planning compared to athletes in larger professional sports leagues. Clark's rapid rise to super and her unprecedented impact on league popularity has influence that few WNBA players have historically possessed. This influence extends to various aspects of league operations and event planning. Question Saris about how the WNBA balanced traditional organizational structures with the increased influence of star players who generate significant commercial value and media attention. Fourth, league. The business implications of star player influence in professional sports include considerations of bootmarking strategies, event planning, and the balance between individual player brands and league-wide success. These factors become particular line part during high-profile events like All-Star Games. The unbest commercial success has become increasingly dependent on star power and the ability of elite players to generate media attention and fan engagement. This dependency creates leverage for players who can significantly impact league revenues and popularity. Corporate sponsors and media partners often prefer to work with events and personalities that generate positive eye attention and align with their marketing objectives. The preferences of star players can influence these commercializations and affect decision-making. The precedent established by player influence in coaching selections and event planning could affect how other professional sports leagues approach similar situations and whether athlete empowerment continues to expand in various organizational contexts. Sports business experts note that the balance between player empowerment and organizational authority requires careful management to ensure that commercial success doesn't compromise company, integrity, or appropriate profilous relationships. The coaching community within women's basketball includes numerous veteran leaders who have dedicated their careers to developing players and building successful programs. This community has established traditions and professional affiliations that extend beyond individual team affiliations. Cheryl Reeve's reputation within the coaching community reflects her enthusiasm, developing championship-level teams and her contributions to advancing women's basketball through player development and strategic innovation. The relationship between coaches and the broader basketball community includes mentorship roles, professional development opportunities, and collaborative efforts to advance the sport at all levels, from youth programs through professional leagues. Disruptions to traditional coaching relationships and selection process could affect the professional development pipeline and the stable relationships that support the growth and advancement of women's basketball. The implications of changing power dynamics between players and coaches could influence how young coaches approach their career development and whether traditional pathways to coaching remain viable in an era of increased player influence. The role of veteran leadership in professional sports extends beyond individual coaching assignments to include mentorship, institutional knowledge, and the preservation of professional stones that maintain competitive integrity and appropriate organizational action. Veteran coaches like Cheryl Reeve have historically served as stabilizing infants who help maintain professional standards and provide continuity during periods of change and evolution within professional sports leagues. Questions arise about how the WNBA maintains the benefits of veteran leadership while adapting to increased player empowerment and the changing dynamics that come with rapid commercial growth and evolving fan expectations. The balance between respecting established coaching expertise and accommodating player preference requires careful navigation to ensure that both individual and organizationalists are served effectively. The media coverage of conflicts between coaches and players often extends beyond sports journalism to include broader discussions about workplace dynamics, professional relationships, and the appropriate balance of power in organizational settings.